Yo, what is up guys, it's your girl Bex and welcome back to the race rundown following on from a weekend at Spa. How was your weekend everyone? I hope you had a good one, and if you didn't, I hope this week and this weekend are better for you. Before we get in to the quick bite-sized rundown of Belgium, I just want to ask a bit of feedback from you all. So was the Silverstone special, the longer form content, something that you enjoyed, or is this something that you just prefer bite-sized little chunks in terms of the 10-15 minute episodes? Let me know. Also, I would like to address some background changes that we've had going on here, ladies and gents. So I have upgraded the camera. For one, we have kissed the old webcam goodbye, thank God. The headphones are now gone as well because they were driving me nuts, sliding off my head whenever I recorded. So as you can see, the cards have moved, so I now have, if I move my chair, is back to front in the video, which is really annoying. I have the cards stuck up because this window right here doesn't like George or Lewis and keeps blowing them all over the room. So I have blue tacked them down. The car remains the same. You may spot right here in its glory. Let me try and get it in focus for you. Hold on. I'm going to go blurry for a second because I feel like you need to see this. Here it is. Let me zoom in. Oh, that's out. Let me zoom in. Love my camera issues, everybody. There it is. In all its glory, the golden Lando Norris monster can. That has been a journey within itself to find that. But we got there in the end, and it didn't cost me $4,000. Fantastic. Let's go. So you will also notice that we have right here the helmet in full view because I feel like it needed its own moment. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Lando Norris helmet needed its own moment. So we stepped up the camera quality. We finally got rid of the headphones. You would think after 2 years I would have this down, but that is part of the allure of this podcast. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just chatting to you guys on the internet and loving it whilst I'm doing it. So if you fancy subscribing to someone that has no idea what they're doing and is just flying by the seat of their pants every single day, subscribe, follow me on socials, and yeah, enjoy. So as many of you will know, I read my notes off the screen because I have a terrible memory. So rather than the trusty tablet this week, we've gone remote, ladies and gentlemen. We have my phone. So I want to start off with the fact that Spa is one of my favourite tracks. I've always loved it. It's my dad's personal favourite as well. And I will hopefully get to go one day in the future. Fingers crossed. I hope so. I really want to go. So, all round, amazing circuit for speed. However, that does present issues with these new cars and the way that they are currently operating. Let's just hop straight into it, shall we? Antonelli with an amazing start, but Max goes around on Eau Rouge. Not surprised by this. Max has the pace and the experience over Antonelli. However, we have seen spectacular race starts and spectacular race craft from Kimi Antonelli. So, Kimi back to second and Leclerc in third. George and Lewis make contact and George ends up in the gravel on turn 6. Now, I don't really know how to feel about this because I have seen a lot of people, i.e. Leclerc, throughout the Spa weekend, pushing people off the track and not getting any penalties whatsoever. But because it is Lewis, I feel like they gave him the 5-second penalty to prove a point. I don't want to be that person. I feel like Team LH are already doing that for us all anyway. But I can't help but feel like they have been making an example of Lewis recently. But I shall let Team LH argue about that in the comments. Safety car on lap 1 and George is out of the race. Lewis gets a 5-second for causing that collision, as we just discussed. Lap 4, then we get underway without the safety car with Hamilton around Piastri on turn 1. However, that does not last long as we saw a lot of overtaking action throughout the course of the weekend. Contact then between Oscar and Leclerc with no further investigation. For all those audio listeners that can't see my face right now, I just shot a very judging look towards the camera. Lap 19, Leclerc leads with Hamilton and Norris making it around Piastri to bring him up into the points for now. Virtual safety car comes out and an amazing pit stop for Leclerc. Lando Norris then leads on lap 23. I've put here the Ferrari has so much pace. I feel like the Ferraris and Mercedes have so much pace at the moment. It's ridiculous. The rear left is then slow for Lando when he goes into pit, with Kimi then passing Leclerc with ease. Merc and Ferrari again just showing why they are winners through and through. And Kimi wins with Charles and Max in tow. So overall, over the course of the weekend, amazing race in terms of overtaking action, lots going on. But compared to some of the other races we've had this season in terms of penalties and other things like that, we were not exactly spoiled this weekend. I feel like whatever comes after Silverstone is always going to fall a bit flat because Silverstone is so hyped up by everyone. But it was still enjoyable. It was an enjoyable race overall. So we have Hungary this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, the last race before summer break. And I feel like all we've done is have breaks from racing this year. And I will miss it. However, it is then my turn to have a bit of a rest as well. I feel like it ramps up towards the end of the year and I want to come back bigger and better than ever for you guys. I want to produce more content. I want to get more people involved. And I'm trying to step up the production value. So if you guys like these videos and want to keep seeing my face in your YouTube algorithm, feel free to subscribe. I've been your girl Bex, this has been the Race Rundown, and I'll catch you after Hungary next week. Peace.